All right, Chuck, I got a weird question for you. I want to ask you, how comfortable would you feel? Just thinking about right now in Pennsylvania, we just got through a few ice storms, and there's potholes in the road all over the place. Now,
Yeah.
imagine if you got a call from your insurance, and your insurance said to you, "Hey, guess what, Chuck? We are no longer going to insure your car, and now you have to drive down an unbelievably pothole road where you know your tires are going to blow out and all that kind of stuff." How does that make you feel?
Well, it sounds typical of insurance companies, but it feels like why did I pay you guys in the first place?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Now, don't you think that maybe the insurance companies would understand that because they were, say, in Pennsylvania, and every year in January and February and March, we know that we need to look out for potholes. I become in my car. I got this little race car thing, and potholes are bad. Tire package is expensive, so potholes are bad. You got to dodge them. So we know where the potholes are here. That's how well we are as drivers. Don't you think that maybe the underwriters would understand that and put that into the insurance policies? That would seem to make sense to you, wouldn't it?
In an honest world, yes, but I don't expect obviously you expect more from an insurance company than I do. In my experience, insurance company's job is to not pay you as much as possible.
Well, there is that, and that's a whole other thing. You have to understand that insurance companies are always going to say no right away because most people back out after the first no. So you're always going to get a no, and you always have to not accept the first no, and then you go from there. Here's why I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this because everything in life, you think about it, everything in life is just a bigger version of something. What you have in your life is the same as there is, say, in the shipping world. Every boat that there is has insurance. Every boat has insurance. And when you're going through somewhere like the Strait of Hormuz, when you're going through the Strait of Hormuz, those boats need insurance. And guess what? Guess how many insurance companies there are for the Strait of Hormuz? There's one. And that one is Lloyd's of London. And Lloyd's of London has decided in the last week, guess what? Any ships that go through the Strait of Hormuz, you're not getting insurance. We're not insuring you because it's too dangerous because of Iranian mines. So when people like to talk about how the price of oil is going up because of what Donald Trump's doing, and he's bombing refineries, and he's destabilizing. What people don't understand is that the reason why the potential for insurance to go, or oil to go up, is because of an insurance company that is refusing to insure boats through the Strait of Hormuz, specifically to drive the price of oil up. Because when people say that Iran is about oil, the truth of the matter is that oil is absolutely a bargaining chip that is used by a lot of the powers that be that are involved in this. So that's how I wanted to present today.
Yeah, I get it. It's funny right here with oil prices. Fine, we'll talk about oil prices. But so let's talk about the insurance first. Is this why, and is an honest question if you know the answer to, is this what, because what last week Donald Trump said we're going to insure or we're going to protect. They said they were actually going to insure these shipments. I don't know if it looked like he was trying to maybe like make a buck off of it. That's why, at least that's the way the internet was trying to I don't know, frame it. But so this is why he offered that to combat Lloyd's of London.
Yeah, so I think that's interesting that you say that's how they framed it. Oh, Donald Trump trying to capitalize.
Well,
I got
I
into a
want to
long
talk a
discussion with
lot
somebody
about
about that.
yeah, I want to talk a
Well,
lot about the framing of stuff today. Yeah.
yeah, that's interesting, but I'm just saying that's interesting that they're framing it that way. That makes sense that they would do that. I haven't seen that, but here's the deal: is that yes, Lloyd's of London said we're not going to insure you through the strait because it's too volatile. And this is where I would believe that the underwriters for Lloyd of London would sit there and realize that the Strait of Hormuz has an issue with missiles and stuff like that. You hear Strait of Hormuz, and immediately you think volatile. So the
Yeah.
insurance company
That's
knows
not
that, right?
new.
No, it's not new. So they're doing it on purpose specifically because it is an influential tool in this conflict. So what did Trump do? Well, Iran has been threatening to put a bunch of mines down. So Trump came out and he said, "You guys better pick up your mines." And then he blew up all of their mine droppers.
Mhm.
And we found out that there's no real mines in there, you see, because Iran and China have an agreement. And all of a sudden, Chinese flag boats are making it through the Strait of Hormuz, no problem. Every other boat is being threatened. You
Mhm.
see that? So this is how it's working. It's influence. And now Donald Trump, if you really want to get into the weeds, what Donald Trump is doing, which is genius. People talk about 5D chess, but they don't understand 5D chess. He's opened up the strategic oil reserves, and he also opened up sanctions with, or released some sanctions with Russia to open up oil with them to
Yes,
help ease
so
the
India
cost.
gets their oil, right. Mhm.
Yeah, exactly. And what he did is part of that Iranian ship that was hiding off the coast of India down there that we just blew up, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, it wasn't even involved, and they blew it up for no reason." That was
It was
their way of
it's a
being
pleasure
like,
barge, pleasure barge,
"Yeah, yeah, 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 yeah,
fishing boat.
exactly, exactly." There's a whole bunch of guys like this going. I pledged my life to Khomeini. Which one? Hey, which one is it? It's the son's grandson's grandson. No, 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 it's his brother now. Anyway, yeah, exactly, exactly. Do we have a leader? I don't know, but just so they got rid of him, and it's to ease the oil flow. What he's doing is he's making it so that it's a little easier for Russia. It's a little easier for China. He said he's going to see Xi Jinping at the end of the month. You see, so while he is showing off, like, hey, man, we got lasers that are coming out of the sky, just obliterating stuff, like, just gone, just gone.
Right.
So while they're seeing that, and he's like, "Hey, what's up, everybody? Let's be friends."
Mm.
And China's like, "Oh yes, yes, I think we want to be friends." So that's what's happening.
Yeah, it's funny you brought up the strategic oil reserve because people obviously he's getting attacked for that too. There's a whole lot of it's one of those weeks where the internet is playing with everybody's mind to try and, well, who do I trust my guy that I'm backing? Do I trust my side? This side's right, this side's right, this side's wrong, this side's wrong. It's annoying as shit. And but the strategic oil reserve one is an easy one to figure out because people are saying, oh well, Donald Trump did this and he's trying to drain our strategic oil reserves. This is for emergency only. What happens if we get attacked? Blah, 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 blah. But I like
They
the way
didn't say anything when Biden was doing it a couple years ago. When
that's
Biden
the
was doing it a
yeah,
couple years
that's
ago,
where I'm headed with it. Besides the hypocrisy of saying such a thing, you expect that. It doesn't phase me. We expect that. But look at the difference in how he went about doing it. Biden's like, I'm going to lower your gas prices right before an election. It was a midterm, right? Did he do it for the midterms or right before his own? I don't remember what it was. Right before the 2024, maybe. I forget when exactly he did it.
yeah,
But
it
he
was.
framed it as, he didn't, I don't even think he said, I'm going to drain the strategic oil reserve. He said, I'm going to free up some oil to get the prices down, which got him down for like 2 days. Didn't even work. And we pointed out that it was strategic oil reserve. Donald Trump came straight out off the front. He's like, I'm going to release some of the strategic oil reserves. I know we're going through a tough time right now, and I'm going to try and help you out. Completely different motivation. And we already know, as opposed to Biden, that Trump is going to fill it back up like he did last time he was in office. So that's a so that one's easy. But there's so much other stuff going around, like who's winning the war? Right? If we're gonna call it a war, let's just call it a war for right now, because it's technically not, but we're gonna call it a war. Because like you hear, oh, Iran is going to keep on fighting. Iran's not stopping. Iran is sinking our ships and killing our people. But then you hear Donald Trump and our side of this thing saying, oh, well, we're almost done. We've almost got it taken out. But do we really have a way to check? No, we have to go with what information is thrown at us. So I mean, you're not going to get me to waver off of Trump. Even if he's doing something wrong, he still has accomplished more good things in this term than any other president has in my lifetime. But it still makes you feel, oh, wait, uh, you know what I mean? You're getting pushed back and forth. This is when I back off from saying I know what's what, and I wait to see how other chips fall. And it usually falls on Donald Trump's side.
And this is for me, what I do is what I've done is I've pretty much shut off all the noise. I mean, let's be honest, I turn the noise on in the morning for a little while just so I can post some stuff on the internet, just so I can be like, hey, everybody, let's fight. Yay. And then when I retreat back to my corner and wait for people to tell me how stupid I am, what I've been doing lately is I've been listening to exactly what the president is saying. I'm listening to what the Secretary of State is, although I haven't really heard much from Rubio in the last
No,
couple
you
of
haven't.
days. No,
He's busy with Cuba right now, right?
I'm listening to, yeah, I don't know. I'm listening to Raising Cane and Hegseth coming out every day. These guys are fun to listen to. Then on top of that, I'm listening to a few networks that have a lot of retired military people that were in high positions that I like to listen to what their strategical thoughts are on this kind of stuff. And then the other thing I've been doing is, like I was telling you earlier, I'm going back and I'm understanding about Balfour and what he was doing and how it worked with Mossadegh and the Shah of Iran and oil deals that were drawn up in the early 1900s and how the breaking up of the Ottoman Empire affected today. So, if you want to understand what's happening now, you got to understand what was happening back then because they are tied together, contrary to what people are saying on the news.
Yeah, but yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. The news is going to say the opposite, but the administration has been saying exactly that. That this isn't a war that just started 5 minutes ago because Donald Trump said, "Okay, I feel like bombing these people because I don't like their turbans or whatever they wear. I don't know what they wear, and whatever they were the." You know what? I'm trying to describe Saudi Arabia. I have no idea what they wear in Iran. You know what I mean? But this is 47 years of we know that number because that's been thrown at us. 47 years of them threatening us, killing us, oppressing their own people since the Islamic Revolution. And that's what we're finishing off because every other president since Jimmy Carter says, "Oh yeah, we're going to do this. Oh yeah, we're going to do that," and nobody's done anything. That's really what it is. Nobody's used to seeing a president do what he says he's going to do. You can go back to Donald Trump 2004. I just saw a clip saying, "I'm going to bomb them if they act like this. If I was the president, I would
I'm going to
bomb them."
bomb the shit out of them, is
No,
what he said.
that was campaign rally, but it's the same point. We're talking he has a track record. We want to talk about consistency in a person and what he says and what he does. Donald Trump embodies it. I don't know how everybody calls him a liar. Yeah, he likes to exaggerate stats. He likes to say this thing is the greatest and that thing is the best because I had something to do with it. Yeah, he's got a humongous ego on him. What do you expect from a world leader? You're going to tell me Obama didn't have a huge ego on him? You don't think he thinks he's better than you? Definitely thinks he's better than you. You're nothing to him. Pisses me off. So I'm in a wait and see mode as far as what's going on with Iran. I'm still on obviously the side of the president.
Obama makes a lot of journeys over to 10 Downing Street, which is real close to where Lloyd's of London is located. I'm just saying.
Well, you know what? We talk about how we're being manipulated right now. I keep seeing the video of him walking in and out of Downing Street, but is it the same video? Is it a different video? Did it happen again? Did it happen 5 minutes ago? I don't know what to trust. And I knee jerk want to believe, of course, Obama's over there doing the wrong thing illegally against us, but that's my bias. You know what I mean?
The fact that Obama just lawyered up heavily lets you know that a lot of your bias is correct. Telling you what, man, conspiracy theorists are correct over and over and over again. And all week long, all I keep hearing is there's a big bombshell that's about to drop. There's a big bombshell that's about to drop. So Obama's lawyering up.